Have you ever been in a situation where things seem to be going great with a woman? You're connecting, she's showing interest, and you feel like you're finally getting somewhere, only for her to suddenly pull back? One day, she's laughing at your jokes, replying fast, and leaning in close when you talk. The next, she's distant, cold, or even pushes you away completely. If you've been through this, you know how confusing and frustrating it can feel. You start asking yourself questions. Did I do something wrong? Did she lose interest? Was she playing me all along? The truth is, what you're experiencing is something that happens to many men, even the ones women are most attracted to. When a woman pushes you away at the moment she seems most invested, it's often not rejection. It's something much deeper. In fact, it's a reaction that reveals she may actually want you the most. You see, attraction isn't always smooth or predictable. Women have emotions layered with fears, doubts, and defenses. Sometimes when the feelings become intense, her instinct is to protect herself. That pushback you feel isn't always about you doing something wrong. It can be about her trying to manage how strongly she feels about you. This is why it's important for you, as a man, to understand what's really going on beneath the surface. If you misread this moment, you might chase harder, panic, or pull away yourself. And that's where most guys lose the connection completely. But if you handle it the right way, you can not only keep her attraction strong, you can actually deepen her trust and respect for you. In this video, we're breaking down exactly why women do this, what it means, and how you should respond when it happens.
1. Fear of vulnerability. One of the biggest reasons a woman will push you away right when she's most drawn to you is because of vulnerability. Attraction is exciting for her, but it also makes her feel exposed. When she realizes that you're not just another guy, that you actually have the power to affect her emotions, she may instinctively pull back. This isn't always about you. It's about the weight of what she's feeling. Think about it. Most women have been through situations where opening up to the wrong man led to disappointment, heartbreak, or betrayal. So when she meets someone who stirs up strong emotions, her defenses go up. She may laugh with you, flirt with you, and give you signals that she's into you, but the moment she realizes she's beginning to care deeply, fear sets in. That fear says, what if I get hurt again? What if he doesn't feel the same way? What if I give too much and lose myself in him? This is why she might suddenly seem distant, cancel plans, stop replying as quickly, or act colder than before. It's not always rejection, it's a protective shield. The stronger her attraction, the more she feels at risk. Her logic says, if I back off, I won't get too attached. If I push him away, I won't regret it later. Here's where most men go wrong. They see her pulling back and immediately panic. They start texting more, asking what's wrong, or trying harder to convince her they care. But the harder you push in that moment, the more suffocated she feels and the more she withdraws. What she actually needs in this moment isn't reassurance through words, it's consistency through actions. She needs to see that you won't lose your balance just because she pulls away. That you're still the same man, calm, confident, and secure, whether she's close or distant. When you respond with patience instead of panic, you show her that she can feel deeply for you without worrying that her emotions will overwhelm you. The lesson here is simple. Vulnerability scares her because it makes her feel powerless. If you can be the steady presence she can lean on while she sorts out those emotions, she'll eventually let that guard down. And when she does, she'll come back to you stronger than before, because she'll realize you're not just another guy, but someone she can actually trust with her heart. 2. Testing your strength. When a woman pushes you away, right when she seems to want you the most, it can often be a test. Not a test in the childish sense of playing games, but in the way she measures your strength as a man. Women want to feel safe with the man they're giving themselves to, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And safety doesn't come from muscles or money. It comes from emotional steadiness. When her feelings for you get intense, she'll sometimes step back to see how you respond. She's not doing this because she wants to confuse you, but because she wants to know if you're the kind of man who can handle pressure. If you crack when she distances herself, she gets her answer. You're not as steady as she hoped. But if you stay calm, composed, and unshaken, you prove that you're solid. Here's the reality. Women have been let down by men who seemed strong at first, but quickly folded under stress, jealousy, or insecurity. So when she pushes you away, it can be her way of asking silently, can I really trust this man with me? Can he stay grounded even when I'm not making it easy? Most men, unfortunately, fail this test. They start begging for reassurance, sending long, emotional texts, or trying to fix something that isn't broken. But every time you chase in that way, you show weakness instead of strength. You show her that her pulling back has the power to control you, and that's the exact opposite of what makes a woman feel safe. The right response? Hold your frame. Don't try to force closeness. Don't blow up her phone with questions. Instead, give her the space she's asking for without resentment. Keep living your life, focusing on your goals, and showing up as the man you were before she started testing you. Paradoxically, the less you react to her distance, the faster she feels drawn back to you. Why? Because she sees that her emotions don't control you. You control you. This is what makes her respect you. It's what deepens her attraction. She realizes she can lean on you because you don't lose yourself in the storm. You remain steady while she figures out her own emotions. That kind of strength is rare, and it separates you from the majority of men who crumble when faced with pressure. So when she pushes away, don't see it as rejection. See it as an opportunity to prove, not through words, but through your calm and composed actions, that you're the kind of man who doesn't get shaken easily. Once she sees that, her respect for you will multiply, and with it, her desire for you. 3. Overwhelmed by intensity. Another reason a woman might push you away at the very point she wants you most is because of the sheer intensity of her emotions. Attraction, when it runs deep, can feel overwhelming, even frightening. Many women are not used to meeting a man who stirs them so strongly, and when those feelings hit hard, her natural instinct is to create distance to regain control. Think of it like standing too close to a fire. The warmth feels good, but if you get too close, it burns. That's how her emotions can feel. She enjoys the connection, she craves the closeness, but when it becomes too much, she instinctively backs off to cool down. This doesn't mean she's lost interest. In fact, the opposite is often true. It's the strength of her desire that scares her. This is where many men misunderstand the situation. They mistake her pulling back as a loss of attraction. They think she's gone cold or is no longer interested. But in reality, she's just giving herself space to manage the storm of emotions rushing through her. If you take her reaction personally, you risk ruining the bond by becoming needy, angry, or insecure. What she needs in this moment is not pressure, not questioning, and not desperate attempts to pull her closer. What she needs is space to process. By giving her that, you show emotional maturity. You're saying without words, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm not going to smother you either. Take the time you need. The mistake most men make is trying to solve the problem. They'll ask, what's wrong? Did I upset you? Are you still interested? Hoping for reassurance. But those questions only add more pressure and make her retreat further. Instead, the best move is to keep showing up with consistency, keeping your life moving, and letting her see that your world doesn't collapse just because she needs space. What happens when you handle it this way? She comes back stronger. When she feels that she can experience intense emotions with you without losing herself, she begins to trust the connection more. She sees that you're not rushing her, not overwhelming her further, and not making her feelings all about your insecurities. Attraction thrives on freedom. When she feels free to step back without losing you, she relaxes into the bond. That's when she leans in again, this time with even more certainty and depth. So, remember this. When she pulls away after moments of strong closeness, it's not rejection. It's her way of catching her breath. Give her that space without fear, and she'll return with more desire than before. 4. Protecting her heart. When a woman pushes you away in the middle of wanting you most, it often comes down to self-protection. For many women, letting themselves fall for a man feels risky. If she's been hurt before, she knows how heavy the pain of heartbreak can be. So when she feels herself getting attached to you, her defenses kick in. Pushing you away becomes her shield. It's her way of saying, I don't want to get hurt again. Think about it this way. A woman may laugh with you, open up about her life, and even show you sides of herself that few people ever see. But the closer she gets, the more she starts to realize how much power you have over her emotions. That realization alone can scare her. Suddenly, she's not just enjoying your company. She's envisioning what it would feel like if you ever left, disappointed her, or broke her trust. The fear of potential pain can overshadow the joy she feels in the moment. This is why she may suddenly become distant, critical, or detached. It's not necessarily that she's stopped liking you. It's that she's putting her guard up to prevent herself from falling too far. It's a survival instinct, one many women develop after dealing with men who didn't value their trust. Here's the mistake men often make. They see her protective behavior as an attack and respond with anger, frustration, or guilt tripping. That only confirms her fears. She thinks, see? This is why I can't trust him. He doesn't understand me. Instead, the right response is patience and steadiness. You don't have to prove your worth with speeches or promises. You prove it through consistency. Show her that her temporary distance doesn't shake you and that you're not going to punish her for protecting her heart. The more she sees that you respect her pace, the safer she feels. And when a woman feels safe, her walls come down naturally. Protecting her heart isn't about you. It's about her past experiences and fears. But the way you handle this moment determines whether she'll eventually let you in fully. If you stay calm, avoid overreacting, and give her space to feel secure, she'll recognize that you're not like the men who let her down before. That realization makes her want to draw closer again, this time with more trust. So the lesson here is clear. When she pushes you away, don't see it as rejection. See it as her way of saying, I need to know you're safe for me. Prove it, not by chasing, but by being steady. That's what makes her lower her defenses and let you closer than ever. 5. Wanting to slow things down. Sometimes, when a woman pushes you away, even though she clearly wants you, it's not about fear or doubt. It's about pace. Attraction can move fast, and while you might be comfortable with the speed, she might feel it's racing ahead quicker than she can handle. Pulling back, in this case, is her way of hitting the brakes. Many women are cautious about getting swept away in emotions. They know how easy it is to get caught up in the excitement of a strong connection and later realize they rushed into something they weren't ready for. So when her attraction for you is high, she might pull away not because she's losing interest, but because she's trying to slow down and keep things balanced. This can show up in small ways. You notice her being a little less available, not replying as quickly, or hesitating when you push for more closeness. Some men misinterpret this as rejection and respond by either pulling away completely or pressing harder to speed things back up. Both of those reactions only make things worse. If you pull away, she feels like you weren't serious to begin with. If you push harder, she feels overwhelmed and pressured. What she's really looking for in that moment is reassurance through patience. She wants to know that you're willing to let things unfold naturally without rushing her or trying to force intimacy before she's ready. When you respect her pace, she sees that you value more than just the rush. You value the actual connection. The smartest thing you can do here is keep things steady. Continue spending time with her. Enjoy the moments you share, but don't make every interaction about pushing things forward. Let her set the tempo when she needs to, and show her that you're comfortable letting the relationship grow gradually. This not only eases her mind, but it also makes her more invested because she feels like she can trust the journey. Remember, attraction isn't a race. Sometimes slowing down actually strengthens the bond. By not panicking when she takes a step back, you prove that you're not desperate or insecure. You're confident enough to let things move at the right pace. And that confidence is exactly what draws her back to you with even greater certainty. So when she pulls away because things feel too fast, don't see it as rejection. See it as her way of protecting the connection and making sure it lasts. If you can handle that slowdown with patience and ease, she'll eventually lean back in, this time more sure of you than ever before. 6. Needing to regain control. Another powerful reason a woman may push you away when she wants you most is because she feels like she's losing control. Falling for someone can be exhilarating, but it can also make her feel powerless. And many women don't like the idea of being at the mercy of their emotions. When her attraction for you runs deep, she might step back. Not because she doesn't want you, but because she wants to steady herself. Think about it. In most areas of her life, she may be used to being in control. She handles her career, her friendships, her personal life with independence. But when she meets a man who stirs her deeply, that independence feels threatened. She may catch herself thinking about you constantly, waiting on your calls, or adjusting her schedule just to see you. That sudden shift can make her feel like she's losing balance, and the only way she knows to regain it is to push you away temporarily. This is why she may act distant right after moments of strong intimacy or closeness. It's not that she doesn't care. It's that she cares too much. Her emotions are leading, and she wants to regain her sense of control before diving in further. Here's where many men slip up. They confuse this moment for rejection and respond with either frustration or neediness. If you react like that, you confirm her fear, that being close to you means losing herself. But if you stay calm, steady, and secure, you show her that she doesn't have to give up her independence to be with you. The key is balance. Keep showing her that while you're interested, you're not trying to dominate her world. Continue living your own life fully. Pursue your goals, spend time with friends, and keep your focus strong. When she sees that you're not trying to trap her or control her, but instead you're giving her room to breathe, she begins to trust the connection more. What happens when you handle it this way? She relaxes. She realizes she can feel deeply for you without losing herself. And that's when she'll come back with stronger energy, because she feels safe knowing that her emotions don't put her at risk of being overpowered. So, when she pulls away, understand it's not always a lack of interest. Sometimes it's her way of regaining balance. The best thing you can do is let her. Stand firm, keep being the man she was drawn to in the first place, and she'll return to you, not out of fear, but out of desire. 7. Wanting proof of your intentions. When a woman pushes you away during the peak of her attraction, sometimes it's because she wants clarity about your true intentions. Attraction may have drawn her to you, but before she lets herself fully fall, she wants to know if you're serious or if you're just passing time with her. Pulling back becomes her way of testing whether you'll step up with consistency or fade away when things get difficult. For many women, emotional investment is costly. Giving herself to the wrong man means wasted time, emotional pain, and broken trust. So even if she desires you deeply, she may pull away to see how you respond. In her mind, she's asking, is he here for something real, or is he just here for the thrill? This is why she might suddenly act colder, less responsive, or even challenge you with indirect comments. She wants to see if your actions match your words. Most men, when faced with this, either panic and over-pursue or get offended and walk away. But the men who stand out are the ones who don't let her behavior shake them. The way you handle this moment communicates everything. If you chase, plead, or over-explain yourself, she feels like you're only trying to keep her emotions at bay, not actually prove yourself through action. If you get angry or withdraw completely, she takes it as proof that you weren't genuine from the start. But if you stay calm, keep showing up consistently, and let your actions demonstrate that your interest is real, you pass the unspoken test. Here's the truth. Women don't just listen to what you say, they watch what you do. When she pulls away, she's observing whether you'll continue being the same man she was drawn to, or whether you'll reveal cracks under pressure. By holding your frame and staying steady, you show her that your intentions aren't shallow. You show her that you're not going to run the second things get complicated. What does this accomplish? It builds trust. When she sees that your energy doesn't waver, that you're not just here for convenience, and that you're willing to ride out her moments of doubt, she feels safer, giving more of herself to you. That's when she stops pushing away and starts leaning in fully. So remember this. When she creates distance, it's not always rejection. Sometimes it's her way of asking you to prove, through steadiness, patience, and consistency, that you're truly in it. If you handle it right, she won't just come back. She'll come back more certain of you than ever before. When a woman pushes you away at the very moment she wants you most, it's not always rejection. It's a reaction to the intensity of her feelings, her fears, and her need for reassurance. Your role as a man is to remain steady. Don't panic, don't chase, and don't let insecurity take over. Be patient, live your life fully, and show her consistency through your actions. That's how you build trust and deepen attraction. If you can handle those moments with calm strength, she'll come back to you. Not because she has to, but because she truly wants to.